Welcome back to the Varkha channel. Today is the day of busting myths, and I'm going to continue to bust some myths on the fixed homosexual. In my last episode too, I had spoken about the fixed homosexual, but I'd just like to elaborate on that condition. Who is a fixed homosexual? A fixed homosexual is nothing but a bisexual. But unfortunately for him or her, he or she has developed certain phobias against the opposite sex, obsessions, compulsions, and fixations about certain aspects of his or her sexuality. So he goes towards same-sex partners, or she goes towards same-sex partners because of phobias and obsessions and compulsions, rather than because of preferences or likes for them. Let me explain again. A bisexual is a person who has leanings towards homosexuality or heterosexuality. A fixed homosexual is unfortunately a psychologically disturbed person. He or she suffers from a neurosis. What do I mean? A neurosis is nothing but an extreme rigidity about a certain thing. The rigidity that this person has is towards members of the opposite sex, or sometimes a rigidity about himself or herself in the sexual arena. Actually, if you see, all sexual dysfunctions, whether it's erectile dysfunction in terms of impotency or sometimes premature ejaculation or vaginismus, if they don't have physiological basis underlying those conditions, they usually have a very strong psychological basis. Sexual conditions are more often symptoms of a larger and a deeper neurosis. Likewise, the fixed homosexual is also a neurotic who has chosen homosexuality not because of his preference or desire, but because of his fixation, phobias, obsessions, or compulsions. Let me elaborate by what I meant by cure when I spoke about curing the fixed homosexual. All I mean by cure here is to review the reasons for the homosexuality. That means empowering the person to get over his neurosis and review the reasons for the choices that he or she makes, and make him choose his sexual preference for the preferences, the likeness, and the desirability of same-sex partners, and not because, unfortunately, he or she is a neurotic. Like I explained in my episode on bisexuality, I said all of us humans, you and me included, are bisexuals with leanings towards same-sex or other sex partners. And it is only a condition which all of us enjoy, and we better give into when we are faced with certain difficult or trying circumstances. Let me explain. I'm currently a heterosexual, but suppose I'm locked up in a prison. I may go towards homosexuality to explore and experience my sexual satisfactions because I'm going to be constrained in restrictive environment of only being with women. That does not mean, therefore, that just because I explore and experiment with a woman, I'm going to be terrified and mortified about the fact that now I'm going to be a permanent homosexual. Unfortunately, a fixed homosexual makes choices when he's terrified, mortified, and petrified about the fact that he will, if he gives heterosexuality a chance, will now fully swing to heterosexual behavior. So the cure, so to speak, in fixed homosexuality is not taking the fixed homosexual and trying to change him and make him a heterosexual, but is just going to give him a chance to explore unprejudiced bisexuality. And then whatever choices he or she makes is made not from phobias, obsessions, and compulsions, but simply from preferences and desires. I hope we understand that advocacy is very good, but let us also not forget the psychosexual aspect of sexual choices that we make, and of course the psychobiological aspects. Please feel free to write to me if you have any questions on this condition. I would be happy to answer them. But in the meanwhile, please get the message loud and clear. The fixed homosexual is an unfortunately emotionally disturbed neurotic. All we try and do with him or her is to alter his neuroticism and make him a fully functioning, healthily unprejudiced bisexual. If you like what you see, please hit the like button and do share my videos, and please continue to subscribe to the Varkha channel. Till then, it's goodbye. Thank you for tuning in.